Hello and welcome back to Asanas and Wellness. My name is Latoya, and today I've prepared a gentle morning yin yoga practice. All right, something to kind of help you ease into your day. As far as props, you'll need maybe one block, and if you like, you can have a blanket nearby in case you need the support of a blanket. All right, so if you're ready, let's get started in wide leg child's pose. So bring your knees maybe about as wide as the mat. Bringing your big toes together to touch. Begin to crawl your arms forward, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Hips going back down toward your heels. Relaxing your shoulders. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Let's get us settled. In through the nose and out of the mouth. Sigh it out. Two more. Find your natural breath, that natural flow. You settle into the pose. Be allowing your chest to melt down towards the mat. We take a moment and set an intention for your day. How do you want to feel today? How do you want your day to go? What type of energy do you need today? Go ahead and set that intention. If you haven't already, close your eyes or just bring your gaze low. If you find this pose to be a bit challenging on the knees, you could try taking your blanket and maybe rolling it a bit or just kind of stuffing it right into the crease behind your knees. Now we're going to take a variation of thread the needle. So with your right arm, just bring it and kind of thread it under your left while still sending your hips down toward your heels, bringing the side of your head down to the mat. Right palm facing up, left palm pressing into the mat. On an inhale, go ahead and unthread. Extend that right arm up, and then let's thread the left arm this time. Left palm facing up. And an inhale, unthread, and from here we'll shift forward onto our bellies for Sphinx pose. Just bringing your feet maybe hip width apart, a little wider if that feels better. Gently pressing your pelvis into the mat to try to flatten that lower back. Bring your elbows under your shoulders, palms pressing down into the mat, kind of pulling your heart forward and sending your gaze either straight ahead or gazing down at the top of the mat, depending on what feels the best for your neck this morning. Once you're settled, go ahead and close your eyes or keep that gaze low. Just focusing your awareness internally. Be following your breath. So from here, we're going to press back into downward facing dog. So maybe come up to the knees first and make sure that your block is nearby. We're going to be coming into a yogi squat. So curl your toes, move your palms maybe an inch or so in front of your shoulders with your fingers nice and wide. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, press those hips up, send your heels back, and go ahead and widen your feet. Let's go ahead and begin to walk your hands back to go ahead and come right into our yogi squat or malasana. If you have a block, you can certainly do this without a block. If you have one, maybe you want to just take this moment today to just allow your hips to kind of rest down while you're taking this pose. Bringing your palms together at your heart center with your elbows on the inside of your knees. Gently pressing knees open. And your spine nice and tall, extending through your crown. And slow, deep breaths. And maybe turning your intention into an affirmation that you can repeat internally. For example, if your intention was to just have a productive day, turn that into an affirmation by saying, today will be a productive day. Today will be a peaceful day. Just whatever your intention is, turn it into an affirmation that you can repeat internally. And bringing your fingertips down in front of you to come forward off your block. We're going to come into deer pose. So bringing your right shin so that it's parallel to the top of the mat. Knee in line with hip. And your left knee in line with hip. Shin parallel to the side of the mat. If before your left leg, if you like, you can definitely bring that foot in closer to your pelvis if that feels better. For your right hip, just gently kind of rotate that hip down toward the mat. And let's bring our, kind of lean back, bringing your palms down behind you to get a deep rotation into that hip. Or if this is too intense, feel free to stay upright. Let's kind of listen to what you need this morning. You taking some time to visualize the day going the way that you want it to go. So with your intention in mind, think about what that looks like. Just visualizing. With your eyes closed or gaze low. Slow but deep breaths. If this is a lot on your wrists, you can either place some blankets behind you just to under your palms, or you can use blocks. Sometimes it's having blocks to rest the hands on. You may feel a little bit better. And slowly pressing yourself back up if you took that variation. And using your right hand, bring your right leg around, coming into cross-leg position with your right shin crossed slightly in front of your left. And bring your fingertips down, begin to crawl forward. And then from here, walking your fingertips over towards the right. For a deep stretch in that right outer hip. And using your palms to slowly press yourself up. Just take a moment. And then we'll move over to the other side for deer pose. So this time your left shin is parallel to the side of the mat, knee in line with the hip, right knee and hip in alignment as well. Maybe that shin is facing the top of the mat, maybe it's further, maybe you're bringing your foot further in. Gently rotating that left hip down toward the mat. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and bring it back. If this is the variation you took. And it may feel different on each side, so you don't have to take the same variation necessarily on both sides. Move to the degree that feels right for you, for your body. Even when you're coming back, some of you may be able to come all the way back onto your elbows. That's fine. Or you can stay up high, just whatever feels right. And slowly coming back up, using your left hand to bring your left leg around. Taking a cross-leg position, this time with your left shin in front of the right. Your fingertips down. Crawl forward and then move over toward the left. Keeping your sit bone planted down to the mat. Allowing your hips to relax. And using your palms to slowly press yourself up. Just taking a moment. And from here, we'll transition into straddle pose. So bringing your legs as wide as is comfortable to you. Feeling a stretch on these inner thighs here. Extend through the spine. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's take a twist over towards the left. So bringing your left hand on the mat or floor behind you and your right hand in front of you for support here. Extending up through the spine. And it doesn't have to be a deep twist. Very gentle twist here. Drawing your navel in. Still taking slow, deep breaths. And on an exhale, return to center. Inhale, extend up. And exhale, take your twist over to the right. Relaxing your shoulders. And on an exhale, go ahead and return to center. And maybe using your hands to pull your knees up in front of you. And we're going to come into a variation of staff pose. So we're going to turn on my mat and bend your knees so that your feet are flat to the mat. Lean back, bringing your hands behind you, maybe a couple of inches, maybe 2 inches or so, with your fingertips pointed towards the front of the mat. Inhale and open up through your chest. We're here for just a few breaths, sending your shoulders back, chest up. Taking a few breaths here, slow and deep. And on an exhale, release, and go ahead and make our way to our final pose, Shavasana. And we're here for just a minute. We don't want to fall back asleep, but we do want to just take a moment to allow our practice to really sink in. So with your palms out and facing up and your shoulder blades tucked under, chest nice and wide, feet fallen open, just taking up space. Just take a moment to close your eyes or lower your gaze. Allow your natural breath to flow. Just send your awareness just through your body, maybe from your crown all the way down to your feet, just observing what you feel. Allowing your attention to settle in. And just allowing yourself to feel an internal excitement for the day ahead. An inner knowing that your practice, making this time for yourself, is going to support you in bringing those intentions to life. So feel free to remain in Shavasana for as long as you feel like you need to. When you're ready, begin to deepen your breath. Begin to find small movements into your joints, like the ankles and the wrists, and the arms and the legs. Slowly reawakening and allowing yourself to roll to one side and press yourself up to Sukhasana, or cross-legged position, also known as easy pose. And bringing your palms together at your heart center. It's a way to just take a moment of gratitude to yourself for this practice and your time that you gave to yourself today. And we will end with a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. Inhale. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Till next time. If you enjoyed this practice, be sure to like and share with a friend. Thanks for practicing. See you next time.